EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off. No chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes back. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lane.
This is intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Drew Tranquill up to make the tackle. 2nd down. Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he will score. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Perine. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Hero 15! Yellow! 15!
On first down, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
Pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Yellow! Attack! Hey, 57, call it.
On second down, Mahomes. That is hot! What a job on the scramble. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Wanna quit?
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Yo. Sit up!
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Hey, Alpha, sit up! Sit up!
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Drew Tranquill up to make the tackle. On third down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Hey, hey.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held them just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Bateman is the motion man.
Middle.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete, but now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here?
Quick, ready?
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this.
DC ready?
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Set up.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Go ahead. You are X. Set up.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Hey, middle. It's not.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Report. Hey. Sit up.
Throwing Jackson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes.
First and 10 for Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll get this complete to Pacheco. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
A first down throw for Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. Hardy now with the return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. A good spot here, second and a yard. Jackson now. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on down. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Drue Tranquill. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Go. Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. Off he goes.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Change it. Hey, report. Sit up.
Second down. Jackson. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Hey, go going. Hey, 57. All right.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
Complete to number 87, Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Second and a yard.
15. Yellow.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to run it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Yellow. 15, yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Off balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Hey, 43. Yellow. Attack. 43.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for first and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. Now right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On first down, it's Mahomes. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
From the gun, Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal.
Yellow.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the one, setting up third and goal.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Patrick to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. To the tight end, likely. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Taking off. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Hardy now with the return. Oh. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Jackson now on 2nd down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Conner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Riblet.
A run. It's Perine. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high